Our film crew travelled to Kenya exactly 10 years after UNICEF's shocking child prostitution statistics were published. We wanted to know what had changed in that time. And what the organisations and charities that are meant to defend children's rights had actually done.
Okay.
Kenya is one of the 5 most popular sex tourism destinations according to the latest ratings we could find on the internet. Officially though, prostitution here is illegal. In this business, supply exceeds demand.
I'm a professional in education university and I lead people my analysis. Do you know what is analysis?
Calm down, sorry. No, sorry.
I have a very beautiful sister. Will you marry her if I give her to you?
Marry?
Yes, you have to be serious, not about joking.
We first met Michelle outside a nightclub. She's just 15.
There are some people who give me work, so I wash the clothes for them. I don't go with anyone. I must talk to the person. I get to know the person well. If my heart don't feel to go with them, I refuse.
Because she's still a minor, Michelle has no official identification, so she can't look for a regular job.
If I can get a job, I could work hard. I can't come back to this work, you know, because it's very risky. You know, sometimes you get someone quarrels with you, even girls, the big girls, they want to beat you.
In Nairobi, there are dozens, hundreds of NGOs that should be helping children like Michelle. We approached one of the largest in Africa, ANPPCAN. In Moscow, before leaving for Kenya, we were sent an email guaranteeing that human rights defenders would help us in any way possible. However, once we arrived, another email appeared, saying that they wouldn't be able to help at all. We wanted to ask why.
I need to talk to Bernard Morara. Bernard Morara, welcome. Maybe we ask some general questions. Only general questions, not...
I wanted to speak to my director. She's still not very sure how this will go, so... Okay, so... she's still not very sure how this will go, so... You know, the government is not very friendly with the NGOs. This information, especially relating to child prostitution and all these issues, if this information goes out, because then it may bring some conflict between us and the government and us.
In other words, their office could be shut down. Soon, and in a completely different location, we learned why NGOs provoke such a strong reaction from the government. This is the Kibera slum on the outskirts of Nairobi.
These NGOs, most of them, they only appear on internet and on paper and with their directors. They go out there, source for money, get money. Billions come down here. They never want this thing to end, because if it ends, where will they get their livelihood? Some people do it for livelihood. Let me go fundraise out there so that I fundraise, come down here, take some few pictures, attach them on my website, write a good story that if somebody reads about that story, somebody starts crying. So to attract the donors, government has, they want to close some NGOs because they are not reporting. They have fictitious accounts. I think also these agencies are part of the problem. They're brokers. Some of them you can find, I'm giving you this deal, I have my kickback. So I think that is the trend. It's a man-eat-man society.
Это самые большие трущобы в Найроби. Здесь проживает до 1 миллиона человек. Все начинается именно здесь. Отсюда люди едут в столицу страны, чтобы заработать какие-то деньги. Отсюда начинается детская проституция.
Kibera is one huge marketplace where everything can be bought and sold, including the magoka plant, a locally grown version of the drug cat. It's very popular among prostitutes who take it with alcohol.
It's illegal.
Absolutely legal.
Yeah.
Ahmed and Teddy are social workers in the slum. For a small fee, they agreed to find a girl who was willing to have sex for money.
Linda, she's desperate. What I can say, in the case of Linda, she's desperate. So she just opts to look for the simplest way possible to find solution for her life. And when she has found that she doesn't value her body anymore.
Mimi nilizaliwa Kenya, Kibera, Mashimoni. Na mamangu alikuwa mgonjwa. Babangu alikuwa ameoa bibi wawili, akakufa. Stepmother alikuwa ananitreat mbaya. Saa zingine ananyima chakula, ananipiga, ananifukuza. So ndo nikakuja nikaishi na Lea.
After her father died, Linda went to live with a friend. For her, every day brings risk.
Ilikuwa ni Saturday moja ambapo walikuwa wameka ngoma, yani doluka. So tulienda na marafiki zangu. So kurudi nyumbani tukapata wavulana wamejaa hivi. Alafu walikuwa nakula miraa na wanavuta bangi. So wakatuvuruta wakaanza kusema kila mtu tunamtaka hapa na anatoa manguo zake anabaki uchi. So vile sisi tulisikia tutakufa wakatutolea visu, ilibidi tufanye vile tunataka kufanya.
We asked if Linda had ever been offered money for sex.
Chali yangu peke yake.
She told you 1,000 because you are a foreigner. But for residents, maybe you'll buy her lunch. Lunch in these shops. The most expensive lunch you can find is 250, 300 Kenyan shillings. You can find by offering her a place to sleep. Sometimes you can sleep with her by offering her a place to sleep because she doesn't have a permanent home. You'll have your way in it. So they trade their bodies for their livelihoods.
I was 12 years old when I gave birth to my first son. And when I reached 14 years, I got pregnant. Welcome.
Oh, this is your room.
This is our home.
Different.
Yeah.
And how much per month?
1,500.
1,500.
Yeah. It's not only me that I'm feeding even my sister and her kids and my younger brother because my sister doesn't have any job. She's called Hilda Njiri. Yeah. And she's 14 years. Our story is the same. You know, in this area,
Yeah.
men love many girls, you know, like to have many girls. Once they make you pregnant, they leave you alone. I dropped out of school while I was in class 7 because we didn't have any money to buy books, uniforms, food.
We'd only just left her house when Michelle called us again. Something had happened, and she promised to tell us the details when we met a little later.
After you left, there were three of them, yeah. Yeah, I had that small amount that you gave me. So the time that I went to the shop, he came and started harassing me, telling me that I should give him the money that I have. Because I had been given 5,000. That was the thing that he said. So I told them that I don't have 5,000. They didn't believe me, so they started beating me and took away the money that I had. I feel sorry for myself And then sometimes it reaches the point that I feel like taking my life. I get a lot of stress because I will start thinking about what is my sister going to eat, my grandma, my brother, my kid, you know. So sometimes I feel like taking my life away because I'm the father and I'm the mother of our family.
We really wanted UNICEF to take an interest in Michelle's fate, as well as many other children like her.
You've called cannot be reached. Nasikitika mteja nambari unayopiga hapatikani kwa sasa.
Сейчас мы проедем мимо представительства ЮНИСЕФ в Кении. Мимо, потому что они не ответили ни на один наш официальный запрос, ни на один звонок. Мы звонили в подразделение, которое называется Child Protection Unit. То есть они должны заниматься защитой и охраной здоровья детей. Они занимаются этим. Похоже, только на бумаге.
Going anywhere near UNICEF's head office with a camera to film general shots, even with a mobile phone, is forbidden. Security is everywhere.
I don't want to do it again. I just feel that I'm tired with it. Yeah, no emotion at all. Your mind is focused on the money. He just finishes work and then he gives you the money, you go. I was walking across the streets, staring at clothes, admiring them, wishing that I could wear them. Yeah. When I'm walking, I usually stare at them. The clothes, the shoes, yeah, maybe foods. Yeah, it's sweet.
I see.
Yeah. It's not my hair. If I don't put on a wig, maybe when I was coming to this work, I couldn't find someone to... I was looking very, very young. This is the mark of professions here. These girls on the streets, the hawkers here, the prostitutes here. From last year, since I started coming to town, I've seen more and more young girls like me. We are risking our lives first of all, but we don't care.
The further you are from the capital, the better it is for sex tourists. Sandy beaches that stretch for miles, a warm ocean, security, no taboos. Mombasa really is heaven on earth. But sexual exploitation victims would rather see their abusers in hell.
Официальный имидж Кении создают отели средней руки, такие как этот. Европейцы в возрасте от 50 и выше легально встречаются здесь с кенийцами, чей возраст давно перевалил за 18. Так что все правила игры в любовь соблюдены.
But that's only at first glance. These girls represent the elite of Kenya's sex trade. Their basic price is $100, but that rate changes depending on whether it's high or low season. They're all from the poorest rural parts of the country, where there is simply no work to be found. The youngest is Tenge Levoba. She's just 14 years old. The other two are 15, although they do look much older.
Nilipokuja kutafuta maisha ndo nikapata marafiki, sababu nilipokuja huku nilikuwa sina pale pa kulala, nikaanza kuhangaika huku na huku, nalaomba na wafanya kuomba chakula, napewa nala hivyo mpaka nikapata
nikapata marafiki, tukawa tuko sote, tulala sote mabarazani, hivyo hivyo mpaka maisha tukapata vipesa tukakodesha kinyumba.
Sometimes here, sometimes Malindi, sometimes Mombasa. It depends with the seasons.
Yes.
Yeah. So if there is a lot of money, there is a lot of client at Kilifi, we have to stand at Kilifi. There's European from different places, so we go talk with them so that we can just meet with them, have sex with them so that they give us money. Yeah, that's money that you get, that's what you earn for a living.
Our meeting was arranged by Ramadan Ndiga, a director of one of the NGOs. He knows each one of the ladies of pleasure in his area by name. Ramadan warned us in advance that no one would be interviewed for free. His tax was $100 a day for himself, from which he'd give a pittance to the girls.
And sorry, so we need to give you money, as you told me now?
Yes.
Okay, it's good.
Yeah. This is non-governmental organization, not for profit.
So please...
led by young people. Now, this is our first office.
Yeah.
This office is finance manager's office. It is basically where all the finances are being controlled. All the money from donors, from ourselves, for projects are being controlled here. Offices here, it's the custodian of all the files. All the programs and projects and all the sex workers, young mothers, teenage sex, labor, child labor are happening here.
Kuna vile ambavyo wangemwangalia Joshua, wangeangalia Israeli, na bila shaka kwa macho wangesema hawa watu wenyewe.
Unlike in Nairobi, the provincial NGOs, like this one we found in Bombalulu, are very open about their work.
Это место, где наибольшее количество детей в регионе подверглись сексуальному насилию. Примерно 80%.
The main problem here is poverty, high-rate poverty. Parents do quarrel, and at the end, the kids just they go away to find their own means of getting food for their day. And therefore, we have so young girls who are practicing prostitution, unable for shelter, unable for food, unable for clothing too. That is the major problem we are facing here. 50 shillings just for 5 minutes to 10 minutes using the girl. From evening to morning, they make sure that they get 1,500. So how many people can they undergo them? We do have condoms here. Sometimes we just come, we call them for a meeting, then we advise them how to use those condoms, how to be safe.
The money that's donated is used for its intended purpose.
You see it. First you check the date, and then you press this. After that, you cut them. And you will check it where the side. You do this one. After that, you come here and to set that. Okay? You put a lot of them. Sometimes you make it the mouth. Okay?
Your friends told me that they use condoms. What about you?
Natumia condom. Lakini sijui kama siku ilikuwa condom ilipasuka ndo kapata ume.
Does that often happen?
Mara nyingi. Sasa mimi sijui kama ya nani.
Most of them are Kenyans.
When Tenge goes to work, she has to leave her baby alone because her friends need to earn money too. To stop the baby crying, they give him a tablet.
The kids stays alone.
One small tablet puts a baby to sleep almost immediately.
I have one mother, is becoming old right now, yet she has been practicing the prostitution for very long. Now she's advising the young kids, the younger ladies, whenever she comes and they tell us about the story, she tells us how she has benefited and how she's going to benefit in future.
I've already built a house because in that time, the sex was not, many girls were not there. But now there are many girls, there is no money nowadays. We are not many in that time, small by small. Then I put the money into the bank. Then I started buying this plot. At that time, the plot was very cheap. I bought cement that I spent 500,000. And many people are doing this work. Complete school, they just think that there are many sections. Even if you are going with them, you just see them. I'm lucky because I use my brain.
Sex workers in this community on the outskirts of Mombasa formed an organization that doesn't just keep a record of everyone who works in the sex trade, but it's also set up a help fund. They look for donors, including foreign ones, and regularly go on raids around Mombasa's known hotspots.
This is very young.
Well, this is very young.
Very young.
Come here, please. Снимай. Sorry, your name? To teach some of them, yes? I need to teach. Please tell me, how old are you?
Almost half of Kenya's population lives below the poverty line, but there are still 4 times more births in the country than deaths.
We get mothers who are giving birth to 10, 12, and they're not working. The fathers are also polygamous. So every day it's like we have to preach to them.
Huyu mwanaume kuna njia ya kupanga inaitwa hiyo kukata mishipa. Ukishakata ile mishipa, mbegu zitakuwa hazipiti, lakini zile njia zozote zile taratibu ya kufanya ngono utafanya mpaka siku ya kufa kwako. Ni mbegu peke yake zitakuwa hazitoki.
Unaharibika. Unanielewa? Lakini amezalia wapi? Usaidia dadi umekoma. Hizo kile nne za pika wapi? Nyumbani. Mkizalia nyumbani mnashonwa. Arudi mume ni huyu. Huyu baba hizi limashambala ni mtaro. Akikufukuza wewe miaka yako 19 na akota nani? Huyu wa miaka 9. Hamjaona?
Sadly, sex with a minor in Kenya is quite common.
Одна из девушек, которая подверглась сексуальному насилию, находится здесь, в этом госпитале, и врач разрешила нам с ней встретиться и поговорить.
Neither age nor illness are deterrents for rapists. This girl is just 16. She was rejected by her parents and now lives with her grandmother.
First thing, what we did is we did a HIV test to pretend if during the act, did she get HIV or what happened? Lucky enough, she's HIV negative. So now the whole burden remains to the grandmother. She has to take care of her. I know a child is coming, she'll need to take care of the 2.
She's one of the lucky ones. The only option for children who have no one to care for them is a children's shelter. But even there, their problems don't end.
A shocking arrest. Tonight, neighbors of this Edmond teen are in disbelief over the charges against the boy they've seen grow up.
Well, Simon Harris's life was split between 2 countries, Britain and Kenya, and so his victims, who were as young as 9.
Those were 2 of Kenya's biggest scandals, in which white foreigners found work as volunteers at a children's centre. And this shelter was taken under the patronage of Ramadan Ndiga and his NGO.
Today we have visitors. We have who have come to say hello. Have come to say hello. They have come to say Jambo. They have come to say
Jambo.
Jambo, how are you?
How are you?
Tell them, Jambo, how are you?
Jambo, how are you?
They're fine.
Ramadan can now enjoy plenty of pleasures in life. He travels the world and even gets to meet heads of state.
I was told that you saw Barack Obama.
Yes.
Personally.
Yes, I met him personally. We talked personally with Barack Obama. For issues of girl child and child prostitution, we discussed with Michelle Obama. When Michelle Obama and Obama himself asked that when you get back home, what is it that you're going to do for the girl child? You know, it's a dying horse. You know, when a horse is dying, it always makes a lot of kickings and a lot of that.
Kama naenda kufanya job wapi yani? Au yani nafikiria kitu kibaya. Uko scared. Wanaogopa. Wanaenda tu ile sina la kufanya. Wanaogopa maybe naweza shiko kwa barabarani nikapigwa hata nikauliwa ama nikavunjwa pahali. Lakini wanaenda kwa sababu sina la kufanya. Wakati nilipokuwa nao mimba nilikuwa nafikiria kujinyonga. Rafiki yangu akaniambia usijinyonge, hivyo si vizuri na Mungu atakupa ninio jinsi vinyo utapata ninio kula.